why now? Why are we having this conversation about veterans, about you and your service? For a lot of years, it's something that we haven't really talked about. It's something we haven't leaned into,
Mm-hmm.
um, but obviously has a huge impact on you, on me, on our brand, on our business, on our life, our
Yep.
children. So why now?
Well, for one thing, it's not going away. All right. So I think for the last 20 years, I was very involved in the military veteran community, sharing my story, sharing stories of other severely wounded war fighters. And I got to a point where I had to take a break. I had to take a pause from that. I couldn't live in that environment constantly. Like I needed to get outside of that, and I needed to grow who I was. My experiences are here, but I needed to grow bigger to minimize some of the past experiences that were hard to deal with. Why now? 20 years later, I think that after so far in my life, I think I'm at a point where I can utilize all these things, all these assets, all these skills and knowledge together to have more impact. And at the end of the day, like I believe in serving people. I serve people in the military. I serve people with Rebel by providing them with super clean food that's healthy, that's actually nutritional, that's actually helping people heal instead of inflaming them, making them sick with this processed crap that's being mass produced in America. That's why.
Yeah. We talk a lot to our kids about how to create value in the world. That it's not about extracting, it's about creating value and bringing more value to the world.
Yeah, I feel way better providing, serving people, producing something than I do consuming it. Don't get me wrong, I love to consume steaks and good food, but I mean, like, I believe our purpose is to provide more than what we've received,
Yeah, absolutely.
and that's what we're about.
So, starting with that, what are we doing for November?
Yeah, we're kicking off a campaign. We're kicking off a campaign I'm pretty excited about. Again, it's been 20 years, since I was medically retired from the Marine Corps after getting blown up. Uh, the veteran community is a big part of my life, whether I want it or not. It is part of my life. So for the month of November, we're raising awareness about our farm, Rebel Pastures, partnering with Mission 22, which is raising awareness about the veteran suicide issue that we have in this country. 22 Veterans Day commit suicide. That's more warriors dying back home than did in Iraq and Afghanistan. Why? That's what we want to bring light to.
Why Mission 22 out of all the probably thousands of veterans organizations out there? Why
There's
Mission
actually
22?
80,000 veteran organizations.
How many?
80,000. Wow. And this is back in the heyday of when I was really engaged with a lot of nonprofits and whatnot, but 80,000 veteran organizations of all different sizes and scale and capacity and capabilities, but nonetheless, there's a ton of them.
Yeah. So why Mission 22?
I trust him. I know him. I know his heart.
Go into that a little bit more. Tell me about Magnus.
Magnus, who I've become really good friends with over the years, over the last 10 plus years, he started Mission 22, the foundation, after he came back home from his tours and his buddies were killing themselves. And so he created, at the time it's called Elder Heart, and now it's Mission 22. It's the same organization, it's a different name. Mission 22 just kind of had more impact, I think. But they're very good on their administrative overhead. I know the numbers. I've done a lot of work with nonprofits in the past. There's a lot of less than ideal people in that space. There has been in the past. And I'm not going to name specific names, but nonetheless, I know Magnus. I know his heart. I know his operation. He's an amazing guy.
We knew him when he literally started Mission 22.
Yeah.
That's the cool when they were building it all, and now it's this huge organization that they help a lot of veterans. And
I wouldn't say it's huge. I think the impact is huge.
Yes,
as an organization, it's a small, very lean.
Yeah, they actually operate a lot like we do, where they're very lean in their leadership team, but they have a big outreach where they're helping a lot of veterans.
Yeah. So Mission 22, 89% of their donations are going directly to their programs. That's a great number. So only 11% for overhead. I've seen some other nonprofits where the numbers were completely out of whack. And I'm not going to say names, but just This is a well-run organization who I know and trust. And we're honored to be able to help them in just our own little way. So for the month of November, we are donating 5% of all of our total sales directly to Mission 22 to their program to help impact veterans who are in their programs.
Yeah. And I think that something that people don't need to know is like that's a huge number for us. As a small farm, we're not
But
subsidized.
it's not about us. It's not about
It's
us.
not about us, but it is a big impact for us to give 5% of our sales. Like that's a big thing for us to do that. And I'm really excited that we can and that we are doing it. Up until this point, we probably weren't really at a place where we could, but we've grown and we're really excited to be able to partner with Mission 22 to.
Well, this comes back to purpose, right? I mean, we have a lot of purpose. Like Rebel's not here. Like we didn't have to do this. We chose to do this, and we want to add good to our communities, to our society, to our way of life.
What do you hope that this campaign creates, and where in like as far as awareness? What are your hopes for this campaign?
It's my hope that we help some veterans. That's my hope. Um, I guess additional benefits. I think for people to hear stories of other veterans who served. I think that we should never forget their stories. I think that it's important that that gets passed on and shared, so that way we are slow to go to war. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, and then also to understand how going to war and being a veteran impacts the family members and generations to come.
for sure, for sure. You know, you're talking about 5% for us. It's a big number for us. The food industry has small margins, whatever. But think about the cost that someone gave, and not even the ultimate cost. I mean, there's the ultimate cost of losing your life in the battlefield, and there's plenty of them.
Mhm.
But then the lifelong costs. Mental health is a real thing, and I get it. I get it. When you go through that kind of stuff that much, it takes a toll.
Yeah.
And I think that as a society, I think that we have an obligation to support that population.
So how do people get involved with this?
Yeah. So for the month of November, 5% of all of our sales is going directly to Mission 22. Inside every order will be a little insert that they can learn more about Mission 22. I'd encourage them to scan the QR code. You know, learn about the mission of Mission 22. Learn about the service members that they're impacting, the lives they're changing. Mission 22 is changing lives. They're healing families, healing relationships, healing marriages, getting parents reconnected with their children. I don't know. It sounds pretty damn good to me.